Talk. Welcome to Straight Talk. Welcome to Straight Talk. Welcome to Straight Talk.
African president of the United States of America, President Barack Obama.
Good to see you. I just want to say everybody back home, right back at you. We appreciate you. You always give us straight talk.
And welcome to Straight Talk. Well, sorry we're a little late getting started, but we have some good things for you. I want to make a couple of comments. We're involved in politics. People are concerned about names, namely Democrat or Republican. That's not how you vote. Study the individual and then vote for the individual. You got to study what they're doing, what they've done, and don't listen to lies. I heard a woman on the radio today say that Ronald lost black jobs. Ronald lost black jobs. Now, you know, why would she get on the radio and tell a lie like that? I mean, not on the radio per se, she's on a commercial. He lost black jobs. When that we know for a fact that he put black folks back to work. Got black folks back into contracts with the so-called Democrats had pulled out. I don't say the Democrats did it. I'm saying the individuals. Those individuals that happen to be a part of that party called Democrat at this point. See, and I'm not ashamed to say I'm still a Democrat. Because by and large, the Democratic Party is the party for change. They're not stuck on stupid. But it's stuck on stupid when you try to eliminate a party, the people who are a part of your party. Most black folks say they're Democrats. But yet, when you look at the highways being worked on in Illinois, you see no blacks working. You see a black holding a flag or a stop sign, but not working. Why? Because black contractors were eliminated through economics, through finances, I should say, not economics, through finances. The contract with the AFL-CIO says that nobody can bid with two companies. No two companies or three companies can come together and bid. It's got to be one company. So most of those contracts are upwards of $500 million. So you don't have a black with that capacity. You did. You do have one who got the contract, but they showed that they did not want blacks to have the contract. So they lied and said that he was not paying his union dues. He was not paying the union dues for his people. When the state called him in, said, "I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go because you didn't pay your union dues." "What are you talking about?" He said, "You didn't pay union dues." He said, "I just happen to have the receipts for all my union employees, all my employees." "Well, I don't care about no receipts. We are going by what the union said. The union said they didn't receive any money from you, so you're dismissed." Threw him off the contract. Now, Rauner when Rauner came into office, we told him about that. He immediately put his legal team to work to find out how can we get this man back. And they found, I don't know what he did, but he found a way to get him back on the job with his people. Now, tell that person that made that commercial, I wish I find the name. I hope I can find the name of that individual who made that commercial. A black woman trying to sound so knowledgeable of what's happening. Oh, these black folks, he put nobody, no, he took, black folks don't have a job under him. Pitiful, 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 pitiful. That's what's wrong with us. We are so pitiful-minded, brained, uncrasped, I should say, as Pritzker would put it. Oh, our people are so uncrasped. They don't talk back. They do what they're told. If you want to live that type of life, go right ahead. Stay the hell away from me. Look at this. And maybe it'll give you a little headway.
Over there. Oh, I know why. Mr. Brown, JoJo it's a fire, fire. You know it's a fire, yeah. Fire, fire, baby. The way you walk. Jamaica, man. Can you take me to the Italian, man? Come on. Maybe I want you to make my body move. Maybe I want you to make something smoky. Can you give me a reggae beat? I feel like it's the islands. Oh, shit. Hey, you know what they used to say? They used to say something like this. Shit, hot damn, get off your ass in there. Shit, hot damn, get off your. Shit, hot damn, get off your. Check this out. Me going into the islands. You come go with me, man. Hey, Jimmy! Jimmy! Hey, Jimmy, you just in time. Come go to the islands with me. We're going to the islands. Come go. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy, you see JoJo Murray over there? Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy, wait before you go to listen to this. Shh. Come go to the islands, man. Come go over there with Mr. Brown. JoJo. Come on. To the islands, that's where we're going. Lord, we're gonna get on down. One more time for Mr. JoJo Murray and Mr. Jimmy in the house, y'all. Yeah. yeah. We gonna roast them very good, baby, at Jimmy's place tonight. Ooh-wee. Got me saying, bow, wow, wow, yippee, oh, yippee, yay. Come tell me, oh, baby. Bow, wow, wow, yippee, oh, yippee, yay. Let me see you working, daddy. Bow, wow, wow, yippee, oh, yippee, yay. Oh, baby. You know what I remember? Money, check this out. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot that deputy. Oh, you know that? Yeah! I shot the sheriff. I swear it wasn't self-defense. I got crazy one night. I had some tequila. And I started working very good, y'all. Yeah. Oh, somebody said one love. Oh, my darling, I need one love. Oh, one love, one love, one love, one love. My darling, we need one love. Yeah. Thank you. I got one more song, then I'm gonna go get dressed. Baby, stay up this way.
But we have to stay like you are.
Yes, dear.
I don't want to go under that table. They call me one-eyed Jack.
Is everybody feeling all right? We just getting started. I know it's crowded. Some of y'all couldn't find a seat.
What you gonna play now?
Well, what's the now is?
What?
It's gonna be funky.
What?
Once again, hello, WL from Star Planet Street Talk. Welcome to Jimmy's Place on a Sunday, which is July 29, 2018. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, listen, my name is Jeannie Holiday. What I'm gonna do for you right now, you can tell I'm hot, daddy. We're gonna warm up a little bit, and then we're gonna take a pause. We got some dynamite entertainer in the house. Y'all please put your hands together for Mr. JoJo Murray in the house. Superstar! Yeah. Y'all ready? Come on, baby. I got to really calm myself down. And I gotta tell them again, listen. It happened the moment you will reveal who that is. This love I feel is so doggone real. Fantasy real. Oh, you gave me the feeling. Don't get mad, baby. Don't you get mad. Feeling inside. Yeah. Making your love feel good. away, baby. I can't live my life without you here by my side. Ladies and gentlemen, can somebody clap your hands for me? Somebody clap your hands for me. If you don't mind, mama, yeah. Clap your hey, chocolate, come on in here. Can you clap your hands for me? Come on, clap your hands. Somebody have a little time. What's that, Chocolate? Got the birthday lady over there. Put your hands together for Chocolate. We got Chocolate and Mary. Now put your hands together for Mary over there. Happy birthday! Tell me how long, baby. Yeah. Tell me how long, yeah. Don't change and make you wait, baby. My name is Jeannie Holiday, ladies and gentlemen. I just come in to check the mic for a moment. Check the mic for a moment. Before I leave, put your hands together for the click band if you don't mind. Yeah. Now click band before I leave. Don't get mad. Can you bring it down for me? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Straight talk. Stoplight in the house. Stoplight in the house. WL, how you doing? WL, how you doing?
Great.
I really wanna know, Daddy. I was holding it for you, baby.
Miss Jeannie Holiday, the songbird. She is taking Aretha's place as the queen of soul. Okay? Just remember that WL honored her queen of soul. So get ready for it. It's coming. But folks, I listen to the music. It keeps me calm, keeps me down, because I really want to get up on top of the roof right now to some of our people when we are so misguided toward everything. Who go out and vote for a name called Republican or called Democrat? Talk to that person that you want to vote for. Find out what they're about. Okay? That's how you do it. Don't just jump up and vote for a party. I'm just taken away about that. I've been hearing quite a bit of that. Oh, he's a Republican, or she's a Democrat, or she's a that and that. What difference does it make what they are? What you want to call yourself? It doesn't make one iota of difference. You can be what you want to be, but just don't be stupid and vote for that party. Vote for that person. You may have 3 people on that party you want to vote for, 3 people on another party you want to vote for, and 3 people on another party. You may have nine people you want to vote for in three different parties. You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? It's senseless to confine yourself to a party that means nothing to you. You know, it'd be different if they were saying, okay, to be a member of this party, you get $25,000 a month, or $25,000, even $25,000 a year. You get $25,000 a year to be a part of this party. Now that would mean something. I would be very proud of you to become a member of that club, that $25,000 a year club. I'd be a member of that club as well. But I'm still going to vote for the person. I'm going to vote for the person, not the party. Now, if I'm violating some kind of rule, violating their principles or whatever they may have it, however they may have it, they just won't know who I voted for because I want the $25,000 a year. No, all jokes aside, that's not a comfort as well. See, to sell yourself out is ridiculous. You know, look at how black people have sold themselves out in Chicago. From some of the elected officials down to the man who does the voting, man or woman who does the voting. Totally sold out for a few pieces of silver. You will sell out your people. A few pieces of silver. Some only got a job. But I was given a job, so I got to make sure this guy gets into office. What guy? I got to make sure Pritzker gets into office. Because that job, you know, my job is, I'm a Democrat, and I had a Democratic job. You couldn't pay me enough money to vote for Pritzker or to think about working for Pritzker. You don't have enough money to pay me to do that. How much will it take? Oh, maybe $5 or $6 billion. I may do it for $5 or $6 billion. I could compromise my integrity. But see, these people are getting peanuts. And the people that they're getting their peanuts from are getting the whole enchilada. They're taking everything. How much were the people given who had the right to say, no, Mr. Mayor, you can't sell the city streets? You know, when I say the city streets, I'm talking about the parking meters belong to the streets. The parking meters paid for the paving of the streets, the cleaning of the streets. You know, those dimes and quarters, they add up to enough money to keep things going in Chicago on the streets. But now when you take and sell that, so the public doesn't realize anything from the parking meter that they feed. They feed the parking meter. Instead of 10 cents or 25 cents, it's $2, $3, even up to $5 in some spots I've seen. They had no meters in the park or on the beach. Now they have meters in the parks and on the beach. The public gets none of that money, but they got to pay for their own streets that they get nothing for paying it. See, that don't make any sense whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever for us to stand back and shake our heads and come together as a group, make them turn that around right now. It could be turned around because it wasn't constitutional. You cannot sell this stuff that belonged to the public without their consent. And we did not consent. I live in the city. I did not see anything that said, should we sell the parking meters? I'm sure none of us saw anything like that because there was no election coming up or anywhere close there too. Just up and sold the damn things. Which took a lot of money away from the coffers, because now you have to find money from someplace else to pave the streets. And those people are still working diligently as if nothing has stopped. So the money is coming from someplace, some other part of their budget that's got to be replaced. That's why they come up with a tax on bags. You know, that was the most stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Not a tax on the bag. You got to buy a bag in the grocery store, and they got to give that money to the city. I don't see any place in the Constitution where that would hold up. If the grocer says, no, I'm not going to sell my customer no bag, it's so stupid. I'm not going to do that. If enough business people had the fortitude to say that or do that, then it wouldn't be. It will stop instantly. I've gone into many stores, especially in the white area. I said, do you want a bag? I said, yeah, if you're going to give it to me, they put it in a bag and give it to me. In the black community, oh no, I got to sell it. I can't give it to you. Go figure. Well, like I said, today is going to be a very short day. I just wanted to get you involved in a little politics. Now, you should take a look at Mark Wallace's program tonight. Listen to it on VON tonight at 9 o'clock and get involved with that. We need to get involved with politics. And he got a perfect program going. All of us have at least 10 friends that we can influence. And those 10 friends have 10 friends that they can influence. And if you keep multiplying like that, you'll have 1 million people right away. And he's not talking about black, he's talking about people in Chicago coming together to form a strong political base. It won't be called black, white, or anything else. It's a political base based on what's good for the public. What's good for this neighborhood? What's good for that neighborhood? What's good for the people of Chicago, people of Illinois? You get a voting block going like that, politicians have to fall in line, and we want all this. Taxes would go down. First off, you take all those taxes off the gas. First off, you take all those taxes off the gas. Let it be, bring the gas prices down to what they're doing in Indiana or in some of the nearby suburban areas. Bring those taxes down to that, those prices down to that area. People won't run to Gary or over into Indiana, Hammond, go out into the suburban areas looking for gas. They'll start buying gas back in Chicago. About 75% of the people are buying gas outside of Chicago. That's why we only have stations here and there. You got to look for a station in a city like Chicago. Man, I remember in Chicago when you couldn't turn onto a street without seeing 3 or 4 gas stations. People working, gainfully employed. But the minute they put all those taxes on it, those gas stations went away. Why? Because people are not buying gas in Chicago. Thousands upon thousands of jobs were lost. So a person with good sense would come in, take all those taxes off the gas, put 300,000 or 400,000 people back to work because they would have to build gas stations to keep up with the customer base. Okay, I don't want to sit here and sound like a professor, like I know everything, but just from observation, I see a problem that can be solved with a little honesty. You need honest individuals who have the people in mind, the people's welfare. Got to have the people's welfare in mind in order to make this work. You got to have a person with that kind of conviction. Well, thank you very much for joining me on Straight Talk. And like I said, it's going to be a very short night. So we'll see you again tomorrow night, same time. No, not the same time. We'll be here at 7 o'clock. Tune in at 7 o'clock and enjoy much, much more. Okay? Good night.